Okay, so how we're going to start this is first we're going to open up Unreal 5.4.4, which is the latest version. Once that's opened up, we're going to go ahead and select games, and then we're going to select third person. We're going to do this so that we can import our animations, get a full view of how everything looks. We want to make sure that we select the location. We want to make sure that we title it. You could title it whatever you want. For here, I'm just going to title it Tut for tutorial. And then we're going to click on ray tracing to get the good graphics, and then we're going to leave it on Blueprint, as we're going to build some systems out in Blueprint and not C++, but you can use C++ if you're more familiar with this. After that's done, we're going to click on create. I'm not going to click on create because we actually have a project up already. And here is my empty project. This is just the main stage project. I just added 4 pointer lights, and I took the bottom floor, made it a ceiling, just to give it more of a cinematic feel when I start adding characters in. Okay, so now that we're on Unreal Engine, let's see how easy it is just to get your imported character into the game. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to content drawer, and as you can see, I have a folder here with the imported character set up already. What we'll go ahead is go to that new folder. I'll go up to the top here and get that character and import it. You could just drag it right into your content drawer from the folder or the desktop. You want to make sure that these settings stay the same. You want to make sure skeletal mesh is set up to checked. You want to make sure import mesh is also checked in. You want to make sure that it generates its own mesh, and any animations associated, keep that checked. Everything else for now, we're going to leave the same. Unreal Engine 5.4 does a good job in making sure we're set up. Once we click import all, we have a base character in Unreal. Now, this character has no skeletal mesh that will fit with animations that we have set up already. This is why we need to retarget this character. But imagine that you made this character using Maya or any other software, but you want it in Unreal. The first thing we want to do to get this set up is set up its IK rig and IK retargeter. So we want to go to what you call the skeletal mesh. Want to right click, want to head down to create, and you want to click on IK rig. Once IK rig is created, you want to go ahead and double click it. Once it's opened up, you have the upper left hand corner here where it says auto create retarget chains and auto create IK. You want to click on auto create retarget first, and then you want to click on auto create IK rig. Now what this did just now was create a rig for our newly formed person here, and this rig can be moved around at different points. So if I click on one of the arm points, we can go ahead and move it, and as you can see, it moves the whole character. So we're going to go ahead and Control Z to get that back into place. We're going to make sure we have everything set up again, and then we are done with the IK rig. That is probably the fastest we ever seen getting our character into Unreal with a skeleton that can be used for retargeting. But the next step is even easier. We want to re-click this IK rig by right-clicking it, and then we want to create IK retargeter. Once we create the retargeter, it's going to pop up in a new menu. Now, right here, we don't have anything set up yet. But the cool thing is, because we're using that IK rig we just created, we can go over to details, and we can change the settings here. So typically we have the source as this rig, but we don't have anything in that rig. So we want to go over to the mannequin, and then we want to change over to the newly built IK rig. Now that we've done this, we have both characters in play. Unreal has become so good that the retargeter that we created already mapped all the chains and linked everything together. So if we were to go to the asset browser, and let's say I was just able to go to a simple idle stance, we would see that our character is mimicking the actual third-person character. And what this means is that this IK rig works perfectly for animations that are already built in Unreal, which means now we can start duplicating animations when we need it. But let's just go to this fast-paced combo attack sequence, and we can see that it's really built in. It's really good. This matches almost perfectly, maybe perfectly, with the skeleton. And there we go. How do we export this now? So let's say we just want to go straight to the walk feature of this. Okay, so we're going to go walk forward character. We're going to go to export selected animations, and then we are going to go to the folder that we created, which is the new folder. And then we're going to export that animation there. We're going to just save for good habit. We're going to close this out. and then we're gonna see that this walk animation is now here, and then now we see that this character is now walking. But as you can see, that's how simple it is. We can actually now go up to the test folder, and we can actually see the same character with full mesh. We'll go ahead and put this on the third person map. And we can kind of see this character in action now when we press play. I'm just going to simulate here. And now we can see this character go. This is the same character that we were just using, and it's fully ready and animated to go inside the game. And because we're using the IK rig matched with the Manny skeleton, the rig is near perfect where it doesn't intersect with the floor or anything. And that's how quick it is to add your own animations in and add your own skeleton in and get everything working.